Special orders of business. Clerk will read the resolution. And colleagues, we have guests in attendance today for this SCR.
SCR 8 in memoriam Rob Ingram, 1973 to 2011.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Oh, excuse me. Question now arises on third reading and final adoption of SCR 8. Representative Frederick.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, I bring you SCR 8 to commemorate and honor the life of Rob Ingram. Now, I continue to be in awe of what Rob Ingram accomplished in a short life. It is fitting that we're considering this resolution the same week as the one on Tuesday for Charles Jordan. Charles Jordan and Rob Ingram shared a genius for connecting with people, and both of them used that talent to make the world a better place. I'm not going to dwell on the shock and loss we felt when Rob left us. It has not faded with time, and I don't expect it will. Where others complained about connected youth, Rob made connections. Somehow he caused young people, particularly young black men, to care almost as much about their futures as he did, because he did. Somehow he helped police officers and city officials see the potential in young people seeking a place to belong. I'm afraid such ability is more art than science, more talent than training, more intuition than calculation, but along with his talent, he applied tireless work and a huge heart. We lost a connector when that heart stopped. Rob's resume and his impact on youth in the community reads like that of someone who had more than 38 years to do all that. At the time of his death in November 2011, he had been director of Portland's Office of Youth Violence Prevention for 4 years, a position he was uniquely qualified to fulfill with his history as a counselor and executive director and program director of nonprofits focused on similar work. He served as the president of the Urban League's Young Professionals and of the African American Advisory Board of Big Brothers and Big Sisters, just a sample of his service as a volunteer. But his resume really doesn't tell the story. He never rested on what he already knew. He was always interested in the lives of young people he worked with and always learning more. Young people knew that he was on their side and where to find him, and that meant he knew what was going on in their lives, and he was everywhere. If anybody could get more than 24 hours out of a day, it was Rob. When it came time for his funeral, of the 1,000 plus people who showed up, a sizable contingent were police officers and elected officials. They also knew he was on their side, especially when he corrected their assumptions about the motivations of gang-affected youth. He helped them do their jobs as peace officers and decision makers better. He was on the community's side, all of it. And make no mistake, every child caught up in a life that leads to crime or violence has people who love him or her and want better. Rob's work rippled out into the community in ways that couldn't always be tracked. And finally, he could light up a room. This guy was truly amazing. His spirit carried in a contagious optimism wherever he went. He understood that things could go wrong because he had seen it, but he believed that human beings could intervene to make things better because he had seen that and done that too. Rob accomplished so much in his short life, I sometimes pause to imagine how he would be honored after the several more decades he was ready to give us. But his impact will indeed carry on in the young people whose lives he enriched, and all those who love him, and all of us who continue to be inspired by his life and in his family to whom he was very devoted. Thank you for the opportunity to speak about my friend Rob Ingram, still alive in my heart and in the heart of the community. His wife Dana Ingram is here, and his mother Milele Akita are here on the side aisle beside me. I thank them. I thank you all. Thank you for sharing Rob, and I urge your aye vote on this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Further discussion? Representative Vega-Peterson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Rob Ingram lived in my district. He was one of the first people I talked to when I was considering a run for this office. And a couple weeks before he died, I had lunch with him at a McMenamins in my district. And I remember it was an abnormally nice day in the middle of winter, and he was sitting outside, and I saw them there. And he had ridden his bike to the McMenamins, and he was just sitting there in the sunshine. And he was such a vibrant, full of life person. You couldn't help but catch his energy and enthusiasm. He was a true community connection for East Portland, for the city of Portland, and the impact that he would have had in the years to come is something that we're going to be surely missed. So I'm so glad that we're having this resolution today, and I urge your support.
Thank you, Representative. Further discussion? Representative Frederick, would you like to close?
Just one quick note. I've been lucky enough to put together a group of 14 African-American young men and women as a group I call my bench. One of the first people I called was Rob Ingram. He won't be with us. But he is managing to help other folks do the work. Of the 14, I wanted 2 of them elected officials by 2014. We've done that. And Rob was one of the main people behind that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Representative. Colleagues, those who are of the opinion that the resolution should be adopted will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk will open the voting system. Representative Clem, how do you vote? Clem votes aye. Representative Parrish, how do you vote? Votes aye. Well, colleagues, you can certainly tell from the representative's presentation that Rob was a special individual. He will be missed. It's our pleasure to honor his accomplishments in his 38 years, and we're glad to have his family with us here today. On behalf of the Oregon House, the Senate concurrent Resolution 8, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed.